Okay, for those of you who are implementing the virtual party plan, this video will go more in depth on how to set up hostess compensation. If you watched the other video, you probably had to go through steps 2 and 3 to make sure you get to step 6. So step 2, you would have selected, do you offer online party plans? That would be yes. And then step 3, you would have selected to pay a host or hostage rewards. You have to answer yes to both these questions for step 6 to become available, because you can host an online party but not pay host any rewards. Once you have those two set, going through step 4 and 5, you would go through first, and then you would eventually reach step 6. This is where you would submit the compensation that you want to pay your host and hostesses. By default, they're going to be one box. You see that there's only one to be configured, but you can add additional if you wish by clicking the add more compensation. So let's do the first one. Let's say you want to pay reward and you want to give that reward a name. The compensation name is for reference purposes. You want to be paying them a cash bonus. You would just type in cash bonus here and host reward. This name could be whatever name that you prefer. When a store is open, a host is hosting that store. Basically, a person who was invited to start a online party and invite people to that party via URL and encourage people to purchase from the shopping cart. Now, in the minimum orders to qualify, here you want to say once this party have reached this dollar amount, then you're going to pay this reward. So let's say that you wanted this host had to have reached sales of say $300 or more. You would type in $300. Qualify based on sales of the entire party or per transaction or per sale. We're going to select here the entire party. All transactions must reach collectively a minimum of $300, and then we're going to pay a reward. Then the compensation type, you want to determine what type of compensation you want to pay the party host. Whether it's a monetary amount, by store credit, or by store items. Let me explain these. Monetary, typically cash, money. You're going to pay them a cash bonus. Store credit, you're going to give them credit in their store account, and then they can use those credit to make purchases themselves. And then store items, you're going to reward a specific items or items once they reach the qualified sell amount. Those are your options you have there. What you want to do is you want to define what type of compensation you want to pay. Below here, you're going to define the amount that you want to pay to the party host. Calculate that by a percentage or give them a flat dollar amount. Let me explain the ranks. A consultant that is rank associate 1 can pay their party host this amount, and you can do that based on each specific rank. This helps encourage your members to advance in rank, because when they invite somebody to host a party for them, they may get better benefits. 5%, associate 2 party hosts will get 10%, party hosts will receive 12%. So that means 5% of all the entire sales transaction that was done in that party. So if the party did $1,000 worth of sale, for a party host that hosts a party for a consultant that's an associate 1 will only receive 5% of that $1,000 or $50. For associate 2, then the party host will receive $100, and so on. In this example, we have 3 classes specified in our compensation plan. So if you had 5 classes or 10 classes, then those options will become available here as well. Okay, so that's the first type. Now the second type, let's go ahead and save this. So we're going to go down here and save. You want to hit save because we're not continuing to the next step. So we want to save step 6 and then add a new compensation. So let's add a new compensation. Now we have 2 boxes. We have this box and we have the new one. So now we can name this one product rewards. And then we're going to specify the same amount, $300. Transactions for the whole entire party has to equal to a minimum of $300 for the party host to receive this compensation. So we're going to say store item, and then we're going to come down here and click save. Okay, so now we have 2 rewards specified, and that's how you specify a reward for your party host. I hope this video helped, and thank you for using Plexum.